Welcome back to Valley View Live. The Jewish holiday of Passover begins tonight. It commemorates the liberation of the Jewish people out of slavery in ancient Egypt.
That is right, and here with more is Philip Goldstein, cantor and spiritual leader for Congregation Shabbat Shalom. Welcome here with us today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes. And Shabbat Shalom, you were describing what that means. Can you explain?
The name Shabbat Shalom in English means songs of peace.
Songs of peace. We
Yeah.
heard a lot of that this weekend.
Yeah.
What is Passover for those who may not understand what that means in the Jewish community?
Passover is, like we joked about it, I guess a little bit in the name of those stars that were passed over for a roll. Passover represents that meal that takes place that remembered not only the liberation from slavery, but also the fact that there was a meal and there was a lamb that was eaten as an offering at that meal, and the blood of that lamb was to be sprinkled onto the doorposts and the lintels of their homes, and those that had that were told to stay inside, don't go outside, and God passed over those houses, and their firstborn weren't touched. Only the Egyptian firstborn were.
Now, how do Jewish people celebrate?
Well,
what
like
happens?
Everything, we eat. It's a feast, of course.
With particular foods.
Particular foods. There's no leavening. We have the unleavened bread,
Which means
matzah.
The bread does not rise.
Correct, and it's matzah. There wasn't time for the bread to rise, the dough, when the hurried exit of the Israelites from Egypt took place. So we eat unleavened bread, and for the 8 days that the Seder, we have a first night, second night. We're having a third night, Passover Seder, and we do these foods to remember this. So we have wonderful foods, from flourless cakes to
wow, lots of eating.
To lots of eating. Yes, that's the big part, and it's a wonderful thing. So.
And beyond eating, what other traditions do you guys follow during this time?
Well, there are songs of singing that we do at the Passover Seder. There are games for the children, and it's really a time to reflect and remember to get our freedoms and what that means. And we also think of those at the time that we are celebrating our freedom. We think of those that don't have their freedom, and we pray for them, and we hope for all to be free.
So lots of lessons learned.
Yes, lots of lessons, and we say that the matzah is the bread of affliction, and let all who are hungry come and eat. So we are also thinking of those who don't have enough to eat, and we invite those to join family in their homes. For those that that can open their doors and offer more, we're taught that we help to feed the hungry, and to in Judaism in general, to clothe the naked. We try to emulate all of the things that are those godly type of things that help bury the dead. And so we remember these things like that.
Your congregation is relatively new. Where is it? How old is it?
Well, we're on Warm Springs Road between Pecos and Eastern. The exact address is 3037 East Warm Springs Road, Suite 300. And we are one of the newest congregations in town. We have been in existence as a congregation. It started just before I started with them. It was in December of 2013. I began in January of 2014. I had been serving another congregation prior to that. And this congregation was born from all of the disenfranchised or unaffiliated Jews that got together to want to start a new synagogue, and it just happened at the time that I was available. So we started, and the name of the synagogue, Shabbat Shalom, reflected also the fact that I have a singing voice. I'm a cantor and the spiritual leader, so that means the songs of peace.
Well, congratulations on the new congregation. Thank you so much for
being here.
Yes, we'll have to have you back and sing for us.
Yes, you heard that. Exactly.
Thank you.
Celebrate the Jewish holiday of Passover with the congregation Shabbat Shalom. They are located on East Warm Springs Road between Eastern and Pecos in the Longford Plaza. For more information, check out the website on your screen.
Up next.